Hello! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to be experimenting a little bit. I have all of these knitted panels that I knitted on a knitting machine. So, alright, stop saying so. What I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to take these panels that I knitted on a knitting machine and I'm going to serge them together to make some different tops. I'll show what I have to work with. The panels are like, they could basically be scrap panels because some of them have like ladders in them and some of them are not even cast off all the way. This is really experimental and I don't even know if it's going to work. What I'm going to do is I'm going to serge them, you know, like instead of cutting them, I'm just going to serge them so hopefully they don't unravel. And I have a couple ideas for the tops that I want to do. So I was just like browsing the internet for inspiration. Found a couple tops that I think I like that have channels in them, and I do have this I cord that I also knitted on the machine. Actually, my friend knitted it. I'm gonna use this for any channels that I make. So the whole top is made from yardage that I knitted on the knitting machine. Okay, now I'm going to show you the panels that I made. They were all made with different scrap yarns and some of them I just kept like changing the yarn, so they're a little crazy. I also need to steam them. They're a little like folding in on themselves right now because they haven't been steamed. So this is one panel, this is the top. This I think was just red. This is red yarn. This was just black and white yarn and then I changed it. I added in like pink with the black. It just keeps going. And then I did pink and white. And then this is like some crazy glittery scrap. I don't even remember. And then it goes into this. So this is one panel that I have. It has a really big ladder in it. If you're wondering what I was talking about, it's there wasn't a needle knitting this, so it's just basically a dropped stitch. I have this little one. This is much smaller, clearly, and this is just purple, and then the other end is orange. This was knitted from a cone that was like marled yarn. So this, here, I'll get a little closer. You can see the texture. It's kind of Ula Johnson. So I have this really long, it could be like worn as a scarf, it's so long. Okay, and then I have this stripy one. This was one of the yarns that I got at scrap, actually. It was like, I think I called it like embroidery floss yarn or something. That's this. It made this really pretty stripe. And then this is just pink and green yarn with another ladder in it. I think this one came out really cool. Really cool. I did a little stripey thing. Whoop. This one actually has some texture at the bottom. The purple in that is the purple from my checkerboard shorts that I made a couple of videos ago. And then I have this green piece. This piece is so f***ed up. Look at the back. And it's not even cast off all the way, so hopefully I can use it. My last piece, it's another, it's just from a cone of like marled yarn. So I have one of these too. So that's what I'm working with. And then I'll insert some pictures of what I'm thinking of making as I go. I found like this one shoulder thing that it's just like a sleeve and then a body, and I think it has a tie somewhere, so like that could be cool. And then I found this Anderson Bell top that has like, I'm forgetting what the rest of the top looks like, but it has a channel right here in the, it goes from the arm's eye up to the shoulder. And that's where you'd put your I cord, so that looked really cool. This is like gonna be super scrappy and experimental, and I'm basically gonna be like sculpting with this yardage, so I'm not gonna use any patterns, but I will explain how I do this and if it works. And something that usually happens when I do projects like this is I end up with things that I like, but they look completely different from what I was planning on making. That might happen. Okay, I'm gonna sew now. All right, I'm in my kitchen now and I have stacked my camera on like 5 books and I still am not fitting in the frame. Should I just keep stacking? Okay, all I needed was a Stephen King book to lift my camera up enough. I did some sketches, some really simple sketches just to show the shape of the body pretty much, and then I'm just gonna try to make that shape. The first one is the shoulder tie one with the channel. So here's our little sketch. It's literally just for the shape. I didn't even draw the channel in this one. I'm gonna make this shape for the front, and then once I have a shape that I'm satisfied with, I'm just gonna copy it and make the reverse for the back, and then I'll add the channel later. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm using for which top. Okay, well wait. So first, okay, oh my god. I'm gonna try to make 3 tops since I'm basically going to be drawing with the serger. I'm not going to be cutting my fabric. I'm like really scared that this shit's gonna unravel. So what I started doing was I started to put tape on it where I want to serge it. I'm just gonna serge this above the tape, so hopefully it stays together, and then I'm just gonna serge the other side really quickly because I don't want it to unravel. Well, let me show you my sketches. The next one is actually, it's this sketch at the bottom that's like coming off the page, because this is gonna be like a much longer shape, and then when I add the channel it's gonna pull itself up. And then the final one is our one sleeve, like with the tie on the side. So this one's gonna require the most yardage. I'm thinking for the one that requires the most yardage, I'm gonna use these 2 because these kind of have a similar feeling, and although the colors are not the same, I just think these 2 would look better together than with any of the other ones. For the one that ties on the shoulder, I think I'm gonna use this. Because I just like used a bunch of random yarn to knit this on the machine, the gauge is kind of different. So you can see it's tapering in the middle. And that's kind of the shape of my body, because we have our shoulders and then it goes down and it gets slimmer at the waist. So what I was thinking, I might serge this off after the second blue row and then create my shape with this. And then I'll just build the shape for the back with whatever scraps I have. I don't even know why I'm explaining this. It's not like hella people out there have these like knitted panels, but if you wanted to try this with like knitted, with like a sweater or with some other knitted object that you have, you could probably do it too. Just be careful your shit doesn't unravel. That is what I'm fearing right now, is that I'm gonna ruin all this shit and I'm just gonna end up with a bunch of waste. But I do have a project in mind to use my waste in the future. I have this panel that we looked at a few minutes ago, and it's like really big right here. So I think I'm gonna serge this off and then utilize the pieces individually. Really, I'm just gonna play around and then I'll show you guys what I end up with. And like I said in the beginning, I might not end up with anything that looks like my inspiration images or my sketches, because this is hell of experimental. Hello! I finished my project and like I said before, I didn't end up with exactly what I thought I was gonna end up with. I also haven't tried anything on yet, so I don't even know if this shit's gonna look good, but I'll show you what I made and then we'll put it on, and I'll put on some outfits because that sounds like fun. And I haven't gotten dressed and I'm wearing the same hoodie I wore yesterday. Not that anybody would know that. First one that I made was the one with the little like tie at the shoulder and then had a tie at the bottom. So this is what we have right now. I did do the tie at the top, and when I put it on I will pull this to kind of cinch it in, and then I did a tie at the bottom of this side, so it's open on this side. This side does have a sleeve, or it has an armhole. And then I just did like a really sloppy turn back for the neck. And this is gonna be super, super cropped. It's gonna, yeah, I'm gonna put on like my highest rise pants with this one. And then this one required the most brain power, and I think this is where the video went downhill, because I did this one and then after that I was like, I can't do this anymore. My brain is not ready to do this right now. I made this one. This came out really cool, and I'm really glad that I put the pearl side on the outside, because I just think the pearl side looks dope on these panels. And then I had this ribbing. I think I got these at a thrift store. I have like 5 of them. Put this on, it looks really good. My cat's casually destroying my rug. I just put this on and it looks really good with the colors. I haven't tried this on either. I'm pretty sure it's gonna fit over my head, but you know, that's always a struggle. And then I did add a channel to the bottom, to the front and the back. I cut both the front and the back out and added a channel with ties so we can back around, so we can play around with that. I'm excited for this one. This was the last thing I made, and you can tell my brain was no longer working properly. So I made a tube top. Had this and I was like, this would make a really good sleeve, but I only had one of these, so I thought, you know, what's similar to a sleeve but you only need one of them? A tube top. Let's see what these look like on. All right, this is the first one. It is so short. I am very much, I don't think I could wear this out because it's a dangerous top. Look how short it is. Did I mention that I didn't do any measuring? Because I think that's pretty clear now. The idea is here. We have the tie at the shoulder. I really didn't cinch it in that much because I was just gonna lose even more body length by doing that. We got the tie on the side. Generally speaking, this is a cute design and it's a cute top. It just needs about 4 inches more. So I'm gonna rate this one a 4 out of 10. So right now I have it with a pair of scrubs that I like and got at CVS for $17. Now let's try it with something layered underneath for a little protection. Here it is with a white long sleeve. I'm not really feeling this. Nope. I think it's eventually gonna turn into something else, and I don't really want to keep trying to style this. So let's move on to the next one. This one actually looks pretty cool. It's like I was gonna say it was perfect, but it's definitely not. It could use maybe an inch. It's like, it stops right under my bust. It looks pretty dope, and then you can like pull this in, and that looks pretty cool. When you pull it in on the front, it kind of like pulls the back towards you. I probably could have used like another 2 inches on either side. Okay, but that aside, this actually looks pretty cool, and I think that this pink rib really helped. Let's see what it looks like when I tie it. Nah. Maybe if I just stitched it down so it stayed ruched like this. But this looks pretty good. I'm gonna rate this one an 8 and a 7. What did I rate the last one? I'm gonna rate this one an 8 out of 10. Since my camera setup is so bad, I don't think I'm gonna put on other outfits. So I have this one on with sweatpants. And now I'll try on my last one. This is the last one. I just folded it down, kind of like, it reminds me of those Y Project pants. Put a picture. So this is just a tube. I think I'll actually wear this one. It's hella easy. Feels like it would actually stay up compared to some other tube tops. And I could wear it, right now I have it pearl side out, but I could also wear it with the stockinette on the outside. Alright, I'm back in my hoodie. Well, I hope this video wasn't too pointless. Oh, I didn't even rate the last one. I didn't even rate the tube top. Tube top can be like an 8 out of 10 because I would definitely wear that. I definitely will wear that this summer. Okay, well, thanks for watching. I hope this video was at least semi-entertaining because it probably wasn't very helpful for learning anything. And like my video because apparently it like does something if you like the video. Oh, okay. Here's another thing I'm interested in right now. So I'm working on a couple projects, which I'm going to talk about in my next video. And I've also been spending a lot of time reading, which is not great when you're trying to like have a DIY channel. I just started reading Patti Smith's book, Just Kids, and it's so good. I've been reading it like so fast. I'm almost done. I got it a few days ago. And I've been on like book talk, hella, like just, I love book talk. Comment if you're watching this video, let me know what you're reading or what you recommend, because I think I'm just gonna spend my summer reading and doing like other shit too, but you know what I mean. All right, thanks for watching.